Hey guys, Yummy here again, and today I decided I'm going to bring you a sort of review on the game of Watch Dogs. I mean sort of, because I haven't really played the game all the way through. I've barely played any of the campaign because I've been mostly sticking around side missions and exploring because it's really fun to do, and I know it makes up the majority of the game. So this is just what I think about the game so far. So let's start out with the general feel of the game. I think this game does a very good job, probably a better job than most games, of making you feel like a total badass, like this example right here.
Fancy word for hitman. This crew's already been paid to kill some woman. I'm not gonna let that happen.
911, please state the nature of your emergency. There's cops out here. Someone's shooting.
Wasn't that awesome? Yeah, but aside from all the moments like that, which happen a lot in the game, I find that there's a few optimization problems. Mostly it's just frame rate drops at weird places. It's like, why is this happening? And I checked the settings. I'm not playing on ultra, I'm playing on high with some pretty low anti-aliasing and no VSync at all, and it just seems to chug along at some parts as if it's like crazy hard to do, but it doesn't seem that way because sometimes when I first start I could play for like an hour without any kind of chugging at all, but you'll see it just start freezing and messing up all through these clips. Anyway, let's talk about the main component of this game, which is hacking. And you end up doing hacking all the time, just like you would think. It's not like some kind of tacked on thing. It's very important to the game, and as you see, it just using the CTOS network, which is actually spying on everybody. You manage to hack into it and get everyone's information. You can steal bank accounts, listen to phone calls, and get information on criminal convoys and gang hideouts and things like that. That'll really help you out in doing side missions and progressing your character. Speaking of progressing your character, this game has a very good skill tree that has a lot of useful and actually pretty necessary, like something you have to have, skills that you get to download after getting a certain number of skill points from completing missions. And you tend to get more skill points by not killing anybody, by using only non-lethal force. It really helps out in your character. They seem to favor the hero path more than the I don't know what the bad guy path. So let's talk about the other main component of this game, which is the driving. And if you've watched any other videos on Watch Dogs, you probably know what it's like, because to be quite honest, it feels clunky. Like it's not very responsive. It feels kind of weird. It's like almost like you're floating among the ground, and especially on keyboard it's really hard to do. I even hear it's hard to do on consoles, on controller, which is kind of unbelievable, seeing driving is usually way easier to do on controllers. Also, the people normally should be like reacting in ways like scoffing at you and stuff by doing stupid stuff or trying to run out of the way before you run them over. But sometimes I feel like I'm just driving on the road like a normal person because I don't feel like doing anything crazy, and I hear them like yelling at me like I'm being stupid. I'm like, if they just have Tourette's or something, because it's kind of crazy. Also, every time I enter the car, there's another problem, is that it starts playing the music that you have to manually turn off. And I swear this game has one of the worst soundtracks I have ever heard in a video game. It is so bad. There may be one or two good songs on this entire soundtrack. Everything else is just like, I just have to turn off because it's so bad. So enough about the driving, which is just I'm not even going to talk about it anymore. Let's start talking about the side missions, which you will end up spending the majority of your time on, even more than the story. The side missions are pretty cool, like Criminal Convoy, which you saw earlier in the video, which is take out the convoy of criminals, obviously, and then eliminate an entire gang hideout or a specific guy in the hideout. And then there's also random ones that appear where a guy will just walk up and shoot somebody in the street because for like revenge or something, and then you have to chase him down, or you come across random areas where you have a potential crime situation and you have to intervene before the guy commits a crime. And these are really cool. This makes you feel really immersive. This game is very dense. Like, it may not be as big as Grand Theft Auto 5, but it's definitely more dense. Like, there's more stuff to do. It makes you feel like you're more in a realistic city than Grand Theft Auto, and the people tend to react in realistic ways, and it really helps in your enjoyment of the game. So now let's move on to, I guess it's called commerce, really. There's numerous stores all across the city. You can buy new clothes, and then there's gun stores, and I think pharmacies to buy medicine. I'm not sure what the medicine is for yet. I haven't found a need to go to them. But yeah, the clothing store is just like the stores in Assassin's Creed, where you buy new outfits and you can just look cool, I guess. And then the gun stores, you buy brand new guns. You can also find guns off of dead guards or policemen that you kill, even if you're cold-hearted enough to kill cops. So yeah, that's a big thing in the game. It feels really authentic whenever you actually have to physically walk into this store. I really like how you have to do that and interact with these people. It helps even more to the immersion in the game. So finally, let's move on to the multiplayer. The multiplayer is supposed to be like seamlessly connected to the single player, in which guys can randomly invade your game, which is annoying as hell. Like, I hate it. I think there's a way to turn it off, but I just haven't done it yet. But I definitely plan to. I mean, it's kind of cool for like the first 2 times, but then after that it's like, come on, I'm trying to do something else. Okay, and then I tried decryption, which sounds really cool. It's like 4-on-4 teams trying to get a file. But this video clip basically sums up my experience. Yeah, it was a very aggravating match, and I I don't really plan on playing it again, especially if I try it again and there's that freaking noise that would not stop the whole match. I could not figure out what was causing that noise. I don't think it was me. I think it was another player that was doing it on purpose, but that was just irritating as heck. So overall, like, I mean, these bad things that I've listed, most of them are avoidable, but some of them, like the driving, are not. Like, you're gonna be doing it all the time. So but I don't think it really hinders the game as a whole, because the awesome things in this game really outweigh the negative things. Like, don't let all my complaining change your feelings about this. This is an awesome game. I think they're working on optimizing it so it can be even better on like PC, but it's definitely worth buying. I mean, I did, and I don't regret it, because it's awesome. So until next time, if you guys like this, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. I'm also on Facebook, so you can like me there. I'm don't feel like I'm pandying you or something. Pandering, pandying. I don't know what the word is. So until next time, this is Yummy. Goodbye and good hunting.